Hey, Cub fans! Welcome to Randy Talks Cubs. Thanks for joining us. Cubs got shut out again at Wrigley this afternoon by the Braves. Final score 3-0. Drops our record to 27-24, heading into a big weekend series with a hot St. Louis Cardinal team. And I'm starting to wonder where we're going to get runs from. A run is almost impossible to get. We had 4 hits today, walked 3 times, struck out 9. Opportunities were maybe 1 in the third, and there's just not a lot going on. So I'll give you all the details offensively. Pitchers again did pretty good. Kyle Hendricks made his sort of debut as a reliever today, second relief appearance he's had in his career, and the first since 2016. So that went about as we would have expected, and I'll walk you through that. But before we get into the details of the game, our offensive struggles made me wonder kind of where we stand in terms of the league numbers. So I ran some offensive numbers as a team. I'm going to give some of those to you to give an idea of how we compare to the rest of the league. So offensive categories as a team, average, we're hitting 227, which ranks us 24th in the league. And these numbers were prior to today's game. So every offensive category, I'm sure, has dropped. But we're 24th in average. We are 18th in home runs with 48, 19th in OPS, so bottom half, sometimes bottom third, and further. We rank 24th in hits. We rank 21st in slug, 24th in doubles. So, and our K rate, it's kind of interesting because our K rate is the 9th most in the league, but we're walking pretty good. We've got 182 walks, which is 5th. So that's kind of an anomaly to me when I look at the numbers. So I would just say that the numbers as a team, we're pretty much trending bottom third of the league right now. And that's no shock to us. We've been living through it here over the last several weeks. Everybody's just ice cold and lost, and in different situations they're struggling with different things. But let's just go through the lineup. Talk led off. He was in left field today. Seiya in right, Bellinger in center, Morel back at third. Happ was DHing, Nico at second, Bush at first, Dansby at short, and Yan Gomes catching. So the lineup is really what we can do. You know, it's not like personnel wise we're down. Everybody's here, and it just doesn't seem to matter. So Talk goes 0 for 3 with a walk. Seiya goes 2 for 4, and he had an interesting afternoon because his 2 hits were not hit hard. His 2 outs were. He singled in the first, just a soft liner to right. Then in the third inning, his hit was literally a pop-up to Albies at second base. Ozzie lost it in the sun and it dropped. So that was his first 2 hits. Then he flew out to center in the 5th, flew out to right in the 9th, and hit both those balls pretty good. So say a 2 for 4. He's hitting 252. Down from like 285, 287 back before this thing started with him. Bellinger went 0 for 4, and Belly's average is down to 241. He struck out twice today. Didn't look good. Christopher Morel, here's an anomaly that I think is noteworthy. Christopher went 0 for 4 today. His average is down to 205, but his hard hit rate is really high, and his average for balls put in play is just curiously low compared to his hard hit rate. And it actually showed up today. He lined out to right field today in the first, hit the ball 108.5 miles per hour. So there's no question that Christopher has been hitting the ball hard and not getting rewarded for it, and it just seems to be continuing on. But his average is down to 205. Happer went 1 for 3 today with a walk. He's now hitting 218. Nico, since he's come back off the IL, it's been a rough go. He had that walk-off chopper single a couple days ago, but that's pretty much been it. Nico's average is down 257. Michael Bush, his hard times continue. He's 0 for 4 today, a couple of strikeouts. Michael Bush is now hitting just 235. Dansby got a hit today, single in the 5th inning, so he goes 1 for 3. He's hitting 223. Yan Gomes comes into the game hitting 182. He goes 0 for 3. His average is down to 174. So we're just not getting you can't even just kind of put the blame on somebody. Nobody's hitting. Nobody's really doing anything. We only had an opportunity once. We had, with 2 outs in the 3rd inning, Talk walked, and that's when Seiya followed him with that pop-up that Albies lost in the sun. So we had 1st and 3rd, 2 outs with belly up, and I'm thinking, that we might need to get one here in the 3rd inning, get us rolling, and belly flew out to right field. So that was really the only time we had anything remotely close to threatening was in the 3rd inning. So, just not much there. We've been making these pitchers look really good, and there's the idea that we have been running into some really good pitchers, and I would say we have. But coming into today, we were facing this A.J. Smith-Shawver, who came in with a +6 ERA in AAA, and he didn't let us up. So he was a sort of a spot starter, and they were just looking to get a few innings out of him, and he ends up pinning us down for 5 innings as well. So I don't know. Offensively, everybody's lost. Everybody's got wide eyes. There's a lot of bad swings, a lot of bad at bats, a lot of chases. I've actually started to draw on my scorecard a box, and I put a dot where the ball was on a chase strikeout. It's pretty ugly, and I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how long this is going to continue. So that's what we've got. Let's go to the pitching. Ben Brown did good today. Ben Brown goes 4 innings, gives up just the 1 hit, walks 2, strikes out 6. And all of his 6 strikeouts were his put-away pitch was that knuckle curve. It was nasty. Good heat today. Ben Brown looked really good. A little bit shaky early, just a touch, but a really good outing for Ben Brown. In the 1st inning, he gives up a hit and a walk. Takes him 17 pitches to get out of it. He goes 1-2-3 in the 2nd, 1-2-3 in the 3rd with a strikeout in each of those innings. Then the 4th inning, a little bit rocky. Takes him 21 pitches to get out of it. He's got a walk. He strikes out 2, and he had a wild pitch. But 66 pitches, and Counsell pulled him. So I was surprised. I just assumed he was going to go ahead and run it. But he came out with 66 pitches, which means he'll be available probably for a relief appearance in 2-3 days maybe. That could be what they're thinking. But Ben Brown goes 4 innings. He comes out. No score in the game. Wesneski comes in. He pitches the 5th inning. First guy he faces, Kelenic, hits a home run. So Wesneski gives up a home run. Braves are on the board. So that's in the 5th. But Wesneski comes back, and he pitches fine. He strikes out 2 in the 5th. He gets Albies and Ozuna on flyouts in the 6th inning. So Hayden goes 1 2/3, gives up just the 1 home run. His ERA is 2.03. We're getting to the point, because we're struggling offensively, that when Wesneski gave up that home run in the 5th inning, I swear to you, I said out loud, that might be enough. That's the line we're on now, where our pitchers are doing fine, but they can't give anything. If they give anything up, we're done. And I hate that I was right, but I literally said it out loud. That might be enough when Kelenic hit that home run off Hayden in the 5th, and it was. So Counsell pulls Wesneski for Luke Little. Luke comes in the 6th inning, 2 outs and nobody on, because Matt Olson is up. And Matt Olson has to hate Luke Little. He struck out Matt to get out of the 6th. And, Luke is, you talk about being effectively wild. Luke against Olson was dominantly wild against Matt Olson. First pitch, he threw a strike. Olson took a look at it. Next two pitches buzzed his tower. So, and not on purpose. The one of them was really right under the chin. And you could see Olson doesn't want any part of that. Next two pitches were strikes down and away. Olson just had no chance. So Luke was dominantly wild, especially against Olson today. He goes 1-2-3 in the seventh inning, gets Arcia to fly out to center, strikes out another lefty, Harris, and gets Kelnick to roll over 4-3. So Luke goes an inning and a third, 2 strikeouts. He looked really good. That touch of wildness, though, right? He very easily could have hit Olson, and then things could have spiraled out of control. So the experiment of Kyle in relief happened in the eighth inning. The eighth inning, Kyle gives up 2 hits, 2 runs, walked a guy. So the second career relief appearance, it looked about the same. His stuff got hit when he left it in the zone, and that's been the case. His stuff is the same stuff that it's always been, but he's not commanding it. And when he doesn't put it exactly where he wants it, it becomes batting practice. And that's what happened in the eighth inning. So Kyle gives up 2 runs in the eighth. Now it's 3-0. Game was well over. You could tell that was it. So he comes back out in the ninth inning. He gives up 2 hits in the ninth. Arcia singles. He gives up another single to Chadwick Tromp, who backup catcher, who's on his way back to AAA here in the next few days when their catcher comes back up. But it was like Tromp got 2 hits off of Kyle, and you could tell that he was very comfortable. So I don't know, whatever the game is they're playing with Kyle, if they're really trying to find something. If we were anywhere offensively where we were a threat at all, Kyle comes in, we're up 1-0 in the eighth inning, and Kyle comes in and gives up 2 runs immediately and could have given up 1 or 2 more in the ninth inning, and we can't have that. So I'm going to say that the first experiment for Kyle in relief didn't turn out well. We'll have to see what happens. So Kyle's line, 2 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, a walk. Okay. ERA still at 10.47, which is about what he came into today's game with. So Ben Brown good, Hayden Wesneski good, Luke Little really good. Nobody on the offensive side did anything, and Kyle's relief appearance did not go well. So, guys, we got St. Louis. St. Louis is hot, too. I know if you haven't been paying attention, St. Louis has won 8 out of their last 10. They've won 3 straight. So all of a sudden, St. Louis is found a groove. We've got Shota, Tyone, and Assad going Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, respectively. So they're going to have to shut the Cardinals out, I think. I don't know where we're going to get any hits. I don't even know what the answer is. What do we do? Who do we put in? Do we just have to wait it out? I guess that's what we're probably going to have to do. So it's a problem. Offensive struggles for the Cubbies. So, well, St. Louis weekend, I've always enjoyed those. I'm looking forward to this one as well. Shota tomorrow, so that's must-see TV. Tyone and Assad back-to-back. We've got some guys throwing. We just need to find some hits. I don't know where they're going to come from. We need to find them, and soon. All right, guys, thanks for joining us here on the RTC. I really appreciate you guys checking us out, and we'll see you back after the St. Louis game tomorrow night. Go Cubs, go.